seconds and counting.
Hey, what's good, guys? Eclipse here, Timmy here, back in another video. And for today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Houston Texans. And I just recorded a CJ Stroud version of this video, and now I'm going to be making a Will Anderson version. And I'm just going to be explaining the pick, my thoughts on it, and whatnot. But yeah, let's get right into it. So the Houston Texans traded up to number 3 for Alabama pass rusher, Will Anderson Jr. And I'm ecstatic for this trade up. I mean, a lot of fans were like, oh, we should have taken him at 2, or we want to take him at 2, or this and that. And that's a pass on a quarterback. But instead, we get both. We get both CJ Stroud and Will Anderson. And Will Anderson on his own, I believe he's the best pass rusher in this draft. A lot of people were saying, it's probably Tyree Wilson. It's probably Jalen Carter. But for me, I think it was always Will Anderson. He's always been a talented guy. And he was so talented that Alabama even decided to use him in different ways that would help him in the NFL this past season. I'm not sure who the reporter was. I want to say it was one of Albert Breer or somebody that works in that similar regard. Maybe it was Benjamin Albright. I'm not sure. One of those two guys. But one of those guys were saying something like Alabama, they kind of used Will Anderson more in a way to help his NFL draft stock and prepare him more for the NFL, more than really helping him, I guess, in college. Like, instead of giving him more sacks, which he could have easily done, they decided to use him around more, put him around the defensive line in ways that would prepare him for the NFL. And I think that's a very, very good thing. And, of course, being an SEC guy, an Alabama guy, Nick Caserio, of course, he's going to love him. I mean, DeMeco Ryans as well, coming from Alabama and his college playing career and being drafted from Alabama. I mean, of course, it's a match made in heaven. I think it was a pretty obvious pick. I didn't really buy the Tyree Wilson hype at all. I know Lance Zierlein, a very well-respected and a guy who's been pretty correct on these past 2 years. Last year, he predicted our picks of Derek Stingley and Kenyon Green. Got them both correct. And then this year, he said, if we take CJ Stroud at number 2, we are going to be trading up for one of Will Anderson and Tyree. And it's been pretty spot on. And he has said that we were kind of interested in Tyree Wilson. I didn't really believe it, but I guess we were. Oh, but yeah, I mean, that's not the point of the video. But, well, yeah, Will Anderson. He's going to come into the Texans defense. He's going to be our edge number 1. He's going to be our best pass rusher right off the bat. He's probably going to be starting across Jonathan Grenard. Maybe Jerry Hughes. I wouldn't really expect that, considering Jonathan Grenard's going to be coming into his contract year. He's still fairly young. I want to say he's 26. Maybe 26. He's either one of 25 or 26, I think. So he's fairly young, and then you can have a Will Anderson across from him. I believe that's a pretty good pass rushing duo. Obviously, it's not an elite duo, but it has potential to be a pretty great duo. But yeah, Will Anderson, he's gonna bring that work ethic. He's gonna bring that dog mentality. He just has that certain swagger about him that makes you say, "Wow." He has that. I don't even know how to explain it. He just has that thing about him that's just a wow factor. I believe he can have the type of impact like a TJ Watt type of impact. It's not a comparison, but an impact in the way he can be a game wrecker, a game changer, all of that in one. And I mean, I'm very ecstatic for the pick. If we had a franchise quarterback already, say either Davis Mills was that guy or Deshaun Watson would have stayed in Houston or blah blah blah. Just say we had a franchise pick. If we didn't have to take a quarterback number 2, he was gonna be my pick at number 2 for sure. Will Anderson, that is. And getting him at number 3, again, the trade-up value, I'm not sure if I mentioned in this video yet, the trade-up value, we traded number 12, number 33, a 2024 first, and a 2024 third. That does kind of sound like a lot, but I mean, apparently the Patrick Storm on Twitter, great follow if you don't follow him already, he said that the Tennessee Titans were actually looking to trade up to number 3, I guess for Anthony Richardson. I'm not really too sure. Maybe to try and jump Indianapolis for Anthony Richardson, something like that. So I guess we kind of had to overpay, which I don't really get makes sense, because if that's the case, we probably could have traded up to number 5 maybe with Seattle and maybe get Will Anderson there and give up less. I'm not really sure how that unfolded. But point is, I'm very ecstatic with this draft. I'm very excited. We got two of my favorite players. C.J. Stroud, my personal favorite quarterback. Will Anderson, my personal favorite defensive player. Or at least defensive lineman, that is. I think my defensive player is probably Brian Branch or Joey Porter Jr. Sadly, we probably won't be getting either of them because we don't have any more picks in the first or second rounds. But yeah, very, very exciting day one for the Texans. It's at pick number 14 right now. New England's on the clock. I doubt Houston's going to make up another move to come into the first, but if there is later in this draft, then wow. But yeah, what are y'all guys' thoughts on the Will Anderson pick? Let me know down below in the comments. But it's been Clutch Entertainment, and I hope you guys have a good day. Peace.